Hey boys, it's me 420 Dragon, and today we're gonna be brewing with the Affinity Tokens. So this deck is built around Glimmer Baron and Cloakwood Swarmkeeper. These two cards have not seen very much play, but I think they do have a lot of potential. This one is a 1 mana 1/2. You can sacrifice a token and give it +2/+2 until end of turn. So it's kind of like a 1 mana ATOG, but only sacks tokens. This one is a 1 mana 1/1. Whenever one or more tokens enters the battlefield under your control, it gets bigger. So you also have Mold Folk, which can sack artifacts or creatures to get bigger, but it does cost mana to activate. It does have lifelink too, which is kind of nice. And then other than that, we are going to use the Ichor Wellspring, of course. This card is very strong with the Deadly Dispute package. And then also we're having Nimble Right's Schematic, which is able to make 1/1s, which can power up our Glimmer Baron and Cloakwood, as well as getting sacked nicely to Reckoners and Deadly Dispute, turning on Thoughtcast easily, turning on Enforcer easily, turning on Rebuke easily. And then we're having Hard Evidence too, as just a cheap way to make a couple tokens. This can juice this guy up. I guess it only juices it up once, because it says when one or more tokens under the battlefield under your control. But it's still pretty decent. It cycles. It's kind of like Thraben Inspector, except you make it 0/3. We got some Blood Fountains to buy back our stuff in the late game. One cast down. This deck is extremely removal light, but I'm hoping that it doesn't matter because we're able to gain a bunch of life with Mold Folk or have the biggest creatures on the board in general. So hopefully that's not too much of an issue. As far as the sideboard goes, looking to shore up some of our weaknesses, make sure we're not getting clapped up by Gorilla Shaman or Mono Red. Have Chainers so we can actually play against 5/5s. Some Unexpected Fangs, again, for the red matchup. Arms of Adar for some of these sort of assorted creature decks. Like, I've actually seen kind of a lot of Stompy running around. So we're going to have some arms in that matchup. We have Negates for Dusts. And yeah, that's basically it. So I'm going to hop into a tournament practice queue here. This is a very rough draft, so I don't really want to take it into a league yet. Probably can refine it a bit in the tournament practice. So we're going to go into there, and I'll try to get a good match for you guys. Alright, boys. We're here for our match. We're against Bullhass 22. This hand is definitely not keepable, so we're going to have to mulligan that. This hand is pretty reasonable, so we can go ahead and keep. Let's see, let's put back a Dark Moss. Should be fine, I think. So looks like we're against the red deck here. Let's see if we can hold our own versus the red deck. We could go turn 1 Cloakwood. So it's not really much of a need to. I mean, I guess if we do go to turn 1 Cloakwood, then we could play Hard Evidence and have Rebuke up next turn, but our Cloakwood would also be exposed. Or no, we wouldn't even be able to have, yeah, because we only have 1 blue, so let's just go like this then. Okay. It's the Crack Star. Okay. Play another star. And 2 more stars. Okay, so they're off to a pretty slow start. This should be pretty good for us. We could even wait until next turn and go like... Next we can go Cloakwood. We wouldn't be able to have Rebuke up with the Cloakwood Hard Evidence next turn. So I guess I'll just play Cloakwood Hard Evidence right now. Next we can just play Tapland and pass with this up and crack the clue. So let's see how this goes. Oh, let me move the cam so you guys can see the opponent's HP value. Okay, so they go Reckless. That's pretty good. Flip double cold dose. They did sack one of their artifacts though. So hopefully they're not able to deploy both cold doses. Oh. That's weird that this does trigger twice off of hard evidence. It's interesting. So they do bolt it. Okay. It's kind of annoying. Here's Nimble Right's schematics. So I guess we could go Tree of Tails, Nimble Right. It's probably worth doing. Let's go ahead and do that. Kind of need to hit some card draw at this point. But we do have a nice little defense with a 1-1 and a 0-3. We have a clue to dig a little bit deeper. We have a Rebuki to stop one of these Kuldoths. Hopefully. If they go like land Kuldoth, that'd be kind of annoying. But yeah, I'll definitely... I mean, actually, at this point, maybe I just let the Kuldoth resolve. Since we do have decent enough defense, we can like counter like a synth or something if they play it. Yeah, let's counter synth. Okay. It seems like it works out pretty well for us here. So hopefully they're not having another artifact. Okay, so it looks like they're not able to get the second Kuldoth off, which is pretty nice for us here. So we draw Thoughtcast. That's a pretty good draw. Let's go ahead and play that. See what we get into. Draw Wellspring and Tanglepool Bridge. So I guess I'll just deploy the Wellspring here. And we'll probably go with the blue-black land. Ooh, we actually get Enforcer. That's nice. Go ahead and play out the Enforcer. So if they attack, we could block with the Enforcer. It would open us up to getting bolted on the Enforcer or chained or whatever. So they flip 2 lands off the Reckless. But, I guess we don't necessarily have to do that to block. We could try to just apply our own pressure, but maybe it's worth to just get the bolt out of the hand if they do go for the attack. So they don't go for the attack. Okay. So let's crack a clue here, see what we get into. So another Enforcer, that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. So I think we can actually just send both of the juicers here. We have another Nimble Right that we can play to create another blocker. Let's see. So tapping a red, maybe going for the Bolt the Enforcer. Okay, that's totally fine. It's decent value, 1 for 1 and third. They're trading off. Okay. Let's play the Nimble Right. And I'll go ahead and play a Tanglepool here. We should be in a pretty decent spot here. So no attacks. Yeah, this looks like a pretty nice game for us. They have 6 lands as the mono red, which is not great for them, but I mean it's pretty good as the Metallic Rebuke. So it's kind of annoying, but whatever. I think I will just keep sending in here and just apply the pressure. So they do have a decent bit of card draw in their deck, so we don't want to give them infinite time. And we do have the crab on defense here. And if they're able to like clear the crab and start hitting for 1, this is still not a very big deal. We're having a nice little clock here. This looks like another Kuldoth. Okay. It's fine. Maybe we'll have an opportunity to rebuke this turn. Okay, so we do not. Draw Glimmer Baron. It's kind of bad here. We don't have much tokens. So I'll go ahead and play it out. And we could attack with the Enforcer. I guess if they trade all their guys, I'm not too sad. So let's go ahead and do that. Maybe I should have sent the Construct too. No, I guess the Construct is good because it can charge up the Glimmer Baron. Go Epicure. Okay. That's totally fine. Discard Dart. Okay. Swift Spear. So we can actually rebuke this. Let's just go ahead and rebuke this. I don't think I really want to wait and see if our rebuke will be able to get value. Just want to snap it off as soon as possible. Ooh, that is a very nice draw. Let's go ahead and let's see. So we could sack a Nimble, right? I mean, we should probably just sack the Wellspring, honestly. Getting a card is very, very valuable. Let's just go ahead and do that. There's a Reckoners. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and dispute again here. Let's go do Reckoners. I guess maybe I should leave the green up, actually. Okay, very nice. We have sort of chained off a bit here. So let's go ahead and attack in now. We have a decent bit of tokens for the Glimmer Baron. So they have to be careful here, because we could potentially kill them if they don't block with enough. We have, what, 5 tokens? 6 tokens, including the Construct who's attacking. So this is definitely pretty scary for them. They definitely have to at least block the Glimmer Baron, otherwise the Glimmer Baron solo lethals them. They could leave the Enforcer unblocked, though. They don't have to block the Construct either. So they're going to chump both, okay? That is totally fine. They do have the Dart in the yard, but we can just sack in response if they do decide to go for the Dart. Okay, and we should be in a pretty good spot. Okay, they leave the game. Nice. Alright, so let's go post-sideboard. I think we're going to want the Hydros for sure here. Definitely want the Fangs as well. Fangs seems like it can solo this matchup. I think Cast Down is probably not good. Rebuke is maybe not good either. It can fall off in the late game, and I guess we could probably cut a little bit of the card draws. Though I guess the card draws are important because the enemy deck does draw a decent bit of cards. Maybe we cut like Blood Fountains actually. Maybe it's actually just Cloakwood because it's hard to get this guy to be big. I don't know. I'm going to just cut these. So cut like 1 Cloakwood to get an arms. Cut 2 Cloakwoods. Some arms. Maybe we can actually do like this. Like 1 Ichor. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to sideboard this matchup. This is a pretty good draw. I'm gonna keep this. It's pretty good. We got nice defense. We got Hydro as well. Let's go turn 1 this. Hopefully we're not getting turn 2 Kuldothed. If they go like Monastery Swift Spear Kuldotha here, we're in a pretty bad spot. They go Synth. Flip a Chain. Okay. So they do have the land. They just go Chain. Okay. That's totally fine. So I think I'll actually just hold up Hydro next turn. There's Mr. Moldfolk. I think I'll just hold up the Hydro here, and we can play around a Kuldotha or Reckless or whatever. So go for the Reckless. I'll go ahead and counter that. So they don't hit land that turn. Okay. Let's see. Why don't we just go hard Ev and just put down the nimble right, so make it hard for them to get damage into our face with the creature. And let's see. We can't quite mold folk and get out of bolt range. And it's going to be 2 turns before we could get out of G-Blast range. Oh, shit. I forgot about Gorilla. Oh, shit. That is pretty good. Okay. That is pretty good here. Yeah, we might just lose to that. Okay. So we don't have much removals, so it's going to be hard for us to actually remove that. There's another indestructible land. That is kind of nice. So we could try to get the mold folk down and just hope that they don't have a bolt, but I mean they're very likely to have a bolt. I don't want to leave it in dart range either. So I guess let's go with Wellspring here. Just Reckoners, okay. It's not bad. Can you use that to draw extra cards, or we could use it to make a 1/1. Probably better to draw extra cards. Try to find an answer for this gorilla, or potentially even just a way to protect mold folk. Let's go Volderin. Okay. We're called Doth sacking the synth. Okay. They have a lot of blood tokens and chromatic star here, so they're probably able to find a burn spell if they need to. There's a Glimmer Baron. Okay. It's not bad. Guess let's go Reckoners this and play Glimmer Baron. Hopefully we can hit like another indestructible land. Ooh, there's the Hydro actually. Okay. So I guess let's go Hydro the Gorilla. Play Glimmer. Pass here. Alright, and it's not a bad spot now. Hopefully they're not having another Gorilla, but you know, we do have the Glimmer out. So this should make it pretty hard to attack. 1/2 is pretty good against 1/1s. The Swift Spear, okay. We can block that pretty safely, so we can always pump up to a 4/5 if we need to. And we can maybe look for a mold folk here. So we do have a decent bit of stuff to sack. We can get out of bolt range. We do have a blue blast as well. So go sack the star. Okay. Doth. Okay, that's pretty good. Making 1/1s. I think I'm gonna actually not block this Swiss here. Just block like this. And yeah, I think we're gonna have to go for the mold folk here. We can probably go like mold folk, hard Ev. And then if they burn the mold folk, maybe we just let it resolve. So we'll see. Ooh, that is a nice draw. So let's go hard Ev. So we can get the free Enforcer off. Go Enforcer. Mold folk. Pass. We can sack the Nimble Ride to make another 1/1/2. And they got, what, 7 attackers. We're going to have 6 blockers. So this is pretty decent for us. Yo, smash to dust. Destroy target artifact. Could pump up the folk. Sacking the enforcer. It's probably pretty good. We have the blue blast to counter a bolt or whatever onto it. They only have 1 mana left, so we might be able to just stick the folk here. They actually go for the sack, discarding a mountain. Okay, this should be a good spot for us. The mold folk looks like it has stuck the landing. So they're actually just going to attack in, okay? I'm going to play safely here and not expose the mold folk. Okay, they do not do anything. They don't have Fire Blast up, so we can safely sack this. We got him. Nice. Wow, so we actually were able to take down the mono red. Alright, boys. Well, thanks for watching. I'll definitely have the deck list down in the description if you guys want to try this out. It actually does not look too bad. Put up a decent fight against the mono red there. Well, thanks for watching, boys.